Next question. Explain stripped securities. Now, before I give you explanation for the stripped securities, I am giving you a small explanation of a term that say we understand called like equal monthly installment. I give you a small example like this. Let us say year 1, year 2, year 3. I am taking year wise example. Suppose I have taken loan of 195 200. Suppose the interest is at the rate of 25%. So 195 200 into 25%. First year interest is 48 800. And let us say the installment is of 1 lakh minus principal, minus interest. So 1 lakh minus 48 800. So over here principal adjusted will be 51 200. That is deducted from 195 200. So principal outstanding is 1,44,000. Second year interest is 36,000. Again you make payment of 1 lakh. So principal adjusted is 64,000, which is deducted from 1,44,000. So principal outstanding is 80,000. 25% of that is 20,000. Principal adjusted is 80,000. That is 1 lakh minus 20,000. So the total of the principal will be this amount: 51 200 plus 64,000 plus 80,000. 195 200. 1 lakh rupees paid for 3 times. From that 195 200 is for principal and the remaining is for interest, 104,800. This is the way we have a kind of principal interest bifurcation of the loan that we have taken. Yearly installment is 1 lakh rupee. Now friends, over here, in case of the stripped securities, we have a kind of arrangement wherein the securities are issued in which the investors will be told that you will be given this amount of the interest. That is, this amount will be given to you on subscription of the security. This amount will be given to you in case of the subscription of the security. That is the way you have the kind of the different types of the securities. Stripped securities are created by dividing cash flows associated with the underlying securities into 2 or more securities. Interest only securities means whatever the interest that we receive, that is the only amount that we will pay to you. The holder of the IO securities receives only interest. Whereas if the interest rate in the market falls, the borrower tends to repay the loan as they prefer to borrow fresh at the lower rate of interest. So as I told you that say, if at all the rate of interest is decreasing to 8%, then in that case the borrower will make the early repayment of the loan. Principal only, PO security holder receives only principal, that is this amount. In case of the yield to maturity in the market rises, means the rate of interest increases from 12% to 14%. The PO price tends to fall as the borrower prefers to postpone the payment of the cheaper loan. As each investor receives a combination of the principal and interest, it can be stripped into 2 portions of the interest and principal. Being highly volatile in the nature, these securities are less preferred by the investors. Thus, from the above, it is clear that it is mainly the perception of the investor that determines the price of interest only or principal only security.